Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Yep. Welcome to this brand new episode of another City Opinion podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Debbie, also known as Dev in the back. And let's jump right into it. Damn, I don't know what they was thinking or how that shit happened, but you seen the Mexican Navy ship crash into the Brooklyn Bridge?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. You know what's the worst part? Like at first I'm seeing them like, all right. Their luck is not that bad, but they
But
had
it's
people
people
stand.
on there. People
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. I seen other friends of my old. They had people standing on that
Yeah,
shit.
people standing on that shit. And then you watch the videos, motherfuckers are hanging for dear life on the thing. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. And mind you, if you're a person that's on it, you ain't looking at it like, nah, we ain't gonna make it.
No, it's the sad part. Thing they had their backs turned. A majority, the way it looked like
Oh, they were turned the opposite way.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
To me,
crazy.
that's what it looked like. I could be wrong, but from the footage I seen, it looked like they was on the shit and they was like looking this way
Yeah,
and the
they
shit
were
was going
facing the
that
ship
way.
going this way, and they were looking that way. That shit crazy. I don't get what demonstration or what, like, I don't understand. I still don't know what was going on. Like that big ass boat trying to fit under the Brooklyn Bridge. Like they definitely overshot that. They definitely like
That shit is
they
crazy.
definitely miscalculated how much space they had between the top of that boat and the bottom of the bridge. Because like, and it wasn't even like they just scanned the top. They ass was like way taller than the fucking bridge. Like it wasn't just like you know how sometimes these 18 wheelers try to fit through like
That overpass.
the overpass and shit, and it'd be like a little skint like like, but they gotta push through it. That they couldn't even push through that shit. That shit started snapping like the sticks on Titanic and shit. Like that shit started snapping
I feel
quick.
lucky for people on the bridge. That shit wasn't no like brolic material. Like
But
it
no,
was.
you see the people like start taking it off though. Like
Yeah,
niggas start
yeah.
getting out of there. Like niggas saw that shit was looking like, hold on, I don't think this gonna fit. Niggas started slowly walking away. Then you see me start. Once you
It's
saw
like,
hitting that click, 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 niggas started taking off.
I'm saying if that was like a
I
say
like,
like
hey,
some sort of material, that shit probably would have fucked the bridge. Like fucked the bridge.
right,
Pretty sure it did damage to the bridge, but if that was like a stronger
yeah.
material that had a little more resistance to the bridge, man, probably looking
Well,
at a way too backflip.
I was actually on the bridge today because we took the kids to the Brooklyn Bridge Park today for a field trip and shit. So like it's still like traffic is still moving like on the bridge, and it doesn't seem like, of course it's jammed. But you expect that like in the morning going to Brooklyn, and then in the afternoon is going. So it didn't seem like there was no like real detours or lanes off or anything on the bridge. So I don't think it affected the much of the like the travel. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
the like under the bridge, it probably
Yeah,
had some
it
effects.
probably got some damage,
Yeah,
but like I said, if the
but
material was
I'm just happy to see the people had that flight, like that sense of flight. A lot of people be like, we clown white folks about being like too fucking curious and like, hey, what's that? And going closer to the fire and going
good.
closer to the axe murderer. Now, them motherfuckers, if you see that video,
Mhm.
as it's getting closer, that people are estimating, calculating, like, nah, this don't fit. And they slowly start walking back. But then you start hearing the cracking, niggas took off. Like, I see the people on the side go, like dip, and I was dying laughing. I'm like, hey, at least I know people are smart enough to get the fuck out the way, because I just feel bad for the people that was actually on the boat on the sails. Like
on the shit that fell apart.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, 20 people was hurt, and of the 20, 2 have passed away.
Damn.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, man. So,
But that was the Mexican Navy. They was doing a demonstration, and I think they had the wrong corners, and they went the wrong way. I don't think
man.
they were supposed to go that way.
See, Trump is like, you see, that's why they shouldn't be here. The Mexican Navy. Man, that's bad, though. Condolences to those who lost their lives, and well wishes to those who are hurt. Do you think they could sue? They could sue the company, though, right? The Navy, that
I don't know.
So, like, the people that was on the boat, on the sail, they can sue the Mexican Navy.
They're gonna sue their people. Like they're gonna sue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They sue it. Yeah, nigga, I'm sue your ass. I work for you, but I'm gonna sue your ass. I got hurt on the job.
I'm saying, but it's different. That's not America. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't know the laws. I don't know the laws.
I don't know how in America they're getting sued. That's for a fact. That's just, I feel like lawsuits happen here and there, but I feel like lawsuits is an American thing. Oh, you're gonna do this? I'm gonna sue.
Definitely, it's definitely. America's always looking for a way to sue.
That's what I'm saying.
For something to sue for.
That's what I'm saying. So in that case, if they could, they probably would, but I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know if they even allowed to sue. In
America, a lot of people sue knowing that they don't even have a chance of winning. It just a lot of people sue just the hope of a settlement. Like, I know this case might even can't stand up, but if we draw enough attention, maybe we can settle it out. We see this guy that keeps going to court, that lawyer that keeps going to court with Shannon to try to get home, try to be like that fucking lawyer that's been trying to get people like a bunch of different cases.
Oh, you're talking about
I'm
Bisbee?
pretty sure it's others who
Yeah,
are like
Bisbee.
We might not win, but at least we can settle.
Yeah,
Bugsby.
Busby, whatever his name is, something like that.
Yeah.
You heard the Mexican Navy saying the person that was piloting the ship is from New York. So I don't know how that is going to play out. Like I said.
So if that's the case, then they had American work on that motherfucker. Fuck it up. Oh, he just tried to dunk the shit out of him.
Yeah, I seen that, but so I don't know how this is gonna work out.
I don't know, man. Like we
they
said before,
the ship
condolences to those who lost.
Yeah, the ship lost power. They was on their way to Iceland. They lost power, so the current brought them that way.
Okay. Oh, so they weren't even controlling the boat.
Basically, no, they was not in control of the boat.
So the current just pushed them over that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it.
But
shit, why y'all niggas still on the sail then? Yeah, why the fuck y'all still on the sail? Like, the whole demonstration is over.
I'm not gonna lie, they probably had no communication to let them know. Like,
this whole demonstration is over.
You probably gotta stop the boat for them to come down. They can't stop the boat.
Nigga, I get what you're saying, right? The boat is still moving. Ain't no way, and with the currents and shit, it's no way for them to safely get them down with the boat still moving. Yeah, so I can see that.
So that's probably why they
nigga, brace for impact.
Well, like I said, I think their backs was turned.
Man, a lot of us was still standing there like they was performing. Man, they still. I mean, I would have been braced. Look, if I know we out of power, nigga, I'm looking. I'm out there, nigga. I'm turned around. Ain't no way I'm just be sitting
But you
there
know what the
like,
foul shit is? They probably ain't telling them like, yo, we ain't got no power right now. They like, yeah, giving them thumbs up, like, yeah, y'all good, y'all good. Thinking everything gonna be like shit gonna work itself out, and then that shit happen. They probably had no
yeah,
idea. Like,
yeah.
just
They
oblivious.
and right, and they ain't saying nothing. They thinking they gonna get it fixed in time to not deal with anything and shit. And now it's like, oh shit, this shit's still not working. And now we have all these people hurt and 2 people dead. Crazy, man. I hope these people can go get them some money though.
I will hope so, but like I said, I don't know how all that shit will work out. But Brooklyn Bridge to the New York courtroom. The Diddy case continues. More and more information's
Well,
coming out. They
arguably,
done exposed the sex workers involved in the whole shit. One of the sex workers actually testified today. He actually said apparently he wrote a book, and there's like 6 pages in that book is about one of the freak offs he had with Cassie and Diddy where he couldn't get up to perform, and he has like a 6 page part of his book. He talks about that, but I don't know that shit. All that shit is
why? I mean, they released all of the sex workers, but it was like no women. It was all men.
yeah. Remember they
Like there
said
was no.
Diddy enjoyed the way they said Diddy actually enjoyed seeing the men be with Cassie. It was something that he was
Yeah,
into.
but okay, even with that, but they don't bring the women to the case because there were accusations that he was flying out women from different countries to be at these freak offs as well. So like maybe they wasn't actively having sex with Cassie, but there were other sex workers in the facility. Did they only call forth the guys who were actively having sex with Cassie?
I think I think in that case I probably it will suit their case better.
Yeah.
It
Only
was,
call the court the one who was actually sexually active with Cassie and Diddy, or whatever the situation, and not just amongst all the freak
mhm.
offs. But again, I look, crazy situation. I know DV survivors and abuse, can mentally affect you a lot. I'm lucky enough to not be in that situation. I've ever been in a DV relationship, but I just look back at her husband and say, "Wow, like you're a strong man." Because although some of these situations, you could tell Diddy was in control. There are situations where Diddy wasn't even in the room, where Cassie was having different freaky situations and stuff like that. And so to be the husband sitting in the courtroom supporting your wife, pregnant wife at that, and hearing the freaky things that she might have done in the past, definitely takes some everything that needs to be brought to justice is brought to justice. We both said it before that Diddy will definitely do some time. My only caveat is going to be a RICO racketeering case regarding sex trafficking. And I've heard mainly about the sexual abuse, the domestic abuse, the DV stuff. And so I just feel like, when it comes to Diddy's character, the video has done that. It still seems like they're trying to diminish the character, and I don't think that's what's going to win them the case. Where it's like we know of his domestic issues with Cassie or whatever, but this supposed to be a sexual racketeering case, and it seems to be more about Diddy's sexual deviancy when it comes to how he treated Cassie sexually. You get what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
It's more of an attack on his sexual preferences, like outside of him paying escorts or him being in states where the sex work may be illegal. It's more of an attack on his sexual preference and what he likes to do
Yeah.
all the time. So I see what you're saying. You're
Yeah, so
basically
that's what I'm saying. How does you prove? So with that, they're not providing anything that, in regards to me, that case in regards to sexual racketeering and stuff is more of just a diminishing of his character and his sexual ploys and his sexual preferences. And okay, cool, like he a fucking sexual deviant, but I think if they want something hard hitting to stick that's going to keep him behind bars a long time, I think they need to focus more on the how he was soliciting sex and paying these sex workers to travel all over the country and have sex. Like, I think they just need more proof of that, of the offshoring of sexual workers versus Cassie being on the stand talking about her sexual escapades due to Diddy.
Mhm.
But it's all crazy, man. This gonna be a Lifetime movie soon.
I'm saying apparently, and they got protesters getting paid $20 to rock free Diddy shirts.
Yeah, I saw that. Would you do it? You get you $20 an hour out there on your free time?
Yeah, if I was not working,
I'm saying when the time you off, when the days you off, go
I
out
don't know.
there.
I need to be in the crib.
Nigga be tired.
I need to be in the crib my days off, but I needed to make some money real quick. Let me get that.
Yeah, you stay there a few hours, stay there 4-5 hours,
Yeah,
$20 an hour.
I'll do a shift. I'll do a nice little 8
Right,
hours.
do a little 8-hour shift. Get 40 hours.
Get there bright and early, lunch break, come back.
Yep.
Oh, it's time to go home. Let me get my money.
Take a
I'll
little
be back.
hour lunch break. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. It's a nice little way to make it, $1. But like you said, niggas work. Niggas ain't got time to be sitting out there all day.
Damn, I guess we'll cover that in next week's episode. But Kid Cudi's set to take the stand.
That's cool. That's good.
And that's remember he blew up his car.
Blew up the car, yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe Cole gonna join the stand too. He had a fight with Diddy.
Yeah, but he outside the fight, he wasn't mentioned that one time.
Also, maybe Michael B. Jordan, because Cassie brought up Michael B., who Diddy thought she was cheating on him with. When they was filming, I guess Honey 3 or some shit. So maybe Michael B. gonna be on there. Maybe it's not the last of the celebrities that we're gonna see on the stage. Kid Cudi is definitely interesting. I mean, but this ain't nothing new. Niggas already heard these stories before. So I wonder what again Kid Cudi talking about, and that's again, so even with that, like the story of Kid Cudi and Diddy blowing up his car for allegedly like flirting with Cassie or talking to Cassie, that still doesn't prove what he's being charged for. That's still more of a character issue.
It shows, I guess it was to show pattern. He's a monster, and when shit don't go his way, look at the means he goes about when he can't control Cassie or do this to Cassie.
It's not a case about Cassie though.
Yeah, but it's a case of a lot of the cases of how a lot of it, you know, it's crazy, is not, but a lot of it is based off.
Power.
No, I'm saying on how his dynamic with Cassie went. Obviously, we seen the video of abuse,
Yeah.
so a lot of this
And that's what I'm saying. They already
accusation.
settled. They settled out of court on that shit.
Mhm.
So it's like,
But
what
it's
up?
one of those that there's so much shit with that. Too was like even like the case is not necessarily brought upon by Cassie, even though her lawsuit might have triggered the investigation.
Yeah.
But she basically became like the star witness for the prosecution against
Right.
the, so
Yeah.
so they basically using the stuff that happened with her and it's like, yo, he was doing this, her, there's other women,
Yeah.
they may not come out or
Yeah. I
this.
just feel like they need to start speaking about things that's more transactional than more
Well,
of the
well, the sex workers is the transactional part.
no. So transactional in a way of they were. This is like racketeering. This is a RICO case. So like you got the you showcase the sex workers or whatever. Now if he's having these parties in states where prostitution is legal, hypothetically, then we don't have a case. Whereas they have to start proving that he was moving these sex workers, exporting, importing these sex workers in places that prostitution wasn't legal, flying them in, flying them out like fucking cocaine on a boat and shit. Like,
Okay, I feel like that a lot of that's probably been testified to, but that's not the juicy shit they want to share to the public. You know what
yeah,
I'm trying to
but
say?
but that's what I'm saying. You go, so that's what I'm saying. The juicy shit, the juicy shit is going to do its purpose, and that's destroy his reputation. But how do you lock his ass up? I don't think
Oh,
the
no,
juicy
I
shit.
meant like the juicy shit is what they share with us, like the court reporters and the blogs. They like I'm saying they might testify to the shit that you're asking for,
Yeah,
but it's not the flashy stuff. It's not Cassie
right,
saying that, or it's not the sex worker talking about, oh, I used a lot of baby oil. It's not that.
right,
So it's like they release that for certain shit to it's like to fuck up the public opinion of
right.
the person. So,
Yeah,
oh, yo, he testified said this, they said that. But what you saying is like the definitive proof, like, yo, he did this, that,
right.
this.
This is the crime. This is
Mhm.
what he's being charged with. This is the proof of the crime. Whereas all we hearing is about the juicy, freaky shit. It's like, well, that's not the crime.
We hearing about the juicy shit and the abuse of Cassie. That's
Right. And that's
more or
what I'm
less
saying.
what we're
And
hearing
that's
about.
not what he's being charged for. So that's what I'm saying. All right. Where is when are they going to give us? And maybe it's, again, the media outlets are focusing more on the juicy shit versus, all right, here's what this is the information that's been brought up against him in regards to the charges. Whereas the media outlets is just only picking up, you see, that nigga eat pickles out of people booty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we hearing about, the juicy, salacious, freaky shit. Whereas I want to hear I know what the crime is. I want to hear the proof that provides validity to the crime. Because again, you can't say, oh, this nigga used to have freak offs with sex workers, but then and he used to have all these sex workers having sex with Cassie, but then they in Las Vegas. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's a lot of this outside the abuse, outside of like the physical abuse and the accusation abuse. A lot of this is like words against each
it
other.
seems more of us just a smear. It just seemed like a big smear campaign. And I
So it's
think
like
his reputation is smeared enough with the video of him actually, first him saying he didn't do it, and then the video coming out of him doing it. Like, so it's like the
Yeah, so it's
reputation
more
is
of like,
fucked already.
yeah, it's more like, the people believe in this freak offs to be consensual or not consensual. That's basically what the
Yeah,
argument
right.
is. Are the freak offs
Exactly.
consensual or not consensual? And that's gonna be basically, I think, the bulk of the case. Even though I
Yeah.
did tell you I think last week's episode, I was like, I think he ain't gonna do. I think he's gonna end up going to jail. But I don't think he's gonna get enough time because
Right.
of how they're arguing it. But I think it's the
Yeah.
sex workers that's gonna really, like, because again, that's
Yeah.
illegal. So
Right.
depending on what state he was doing that shit.
Right.
That's what's I think gonna get him in the long run. But
Yeah.
it's a crazy. I told you. No, it's crazy. I was just watching Queens Flip. I was watching a Queens Flip video. Right. I was gonna send it into the Don chat. I think this how we argue. I said the trial of the decade. This legit might be the trial of the decade.
No, it
Like
is. It definitely is.
the press, everything. The press,
But
everything.
we talked about this like being
Mhm.
bigger than any trial that we've had.
Yeah. Because look, boom. Queens Flip, he pulled up to the area where the shit now news camped out.
Yeah, yeah.
People walking up to Queens Flip. No, who I seen in the video? I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Remember Tyrone from Berkeley?
Yeah, of course I know Tyrone.
He was all in Queens Flip video. Like at
Really?
first, he had like a hoodie on. He went up to Queens Flip like, yo, what's up? I think he took a picture with Queens Flip. And then Queensflip like was making his rounds, and there's like a point in the video where Queensflip was talking to somebody. He was dead as just right there in the
Remember
background.
Tyrone had Shelly as his profile pic?
I never knew about. Y'all mentioned that. I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, he did at one point. He had
It's that as like in the first. He might still be in it. I only watched the first 20 minutes of this shit. I'm gonna send it in the chat. But
like
he dead ass all. I'm like when I seen him, I'm like, oh shit, what's school with him?
yeah, he had a like, and she didn't even know. I was like, I reached out to her, like, yo, do you know Tyrone? She like, what? She went to that nigga page. She like
But what page was it?
his Facebook page.
Oh, his Facebook page? Yeah. I'm Facebook friends with him, but I don't recall ever seeing that.
Yeah, he don't come up. I haven't seen him on my timeline in forever. Like, but yeah, once upon a time he did. And she called him blacking out like, nigga, why the fuck you?
Mhm.
And I even hit the nigga up like, yo, bro, why you got your profile picture? Like, what the hell is that?
And what he said, it's two sides to every story.
He like, nah. I've been like putting different people as my profile picture that people I fuck with, like people I fuck with. And so then, like, on Facebook when you could see previous profile pics.
Mm-hmm.
You click the profile pic and you just scroll over and show you the one before and the one before that. It's like pictures of himself. So maybe she was the first. Maybe like he was going to start with her and then move on to other people. It just never made it that far. But shout out to Tyrone.
What chat should I send it to? Dons or ASO?
Send it to the Dons.
I'm gonna send it to the Dons, but nigga, Tyrone's all in that video. You're gonna see him. You see him for like a brief second, and then you see him like for like a minute.
Yeah, that's funny as hell.
He's just in the background of like the
But
shots.
what was Queen Flip doing?
He was just visiting, like, trying to say he was just checking out the scenery. Like he was doing basically like a vlog.
Yeah.
In the about the shit. He was talking to mad people. I'll be watching Queen for the video. He just be going around doing like
Doing random shit.
So I'll be watching this shit, but I'm dead ass watching that shit. And I dead ass see. I'm like, oh shit, yo, what the fuck? I went to school with him. What he
Funny as
doing
hell.
there? But he's dead ass.
Tyrone.
Like the first 20 minutes, you're gonna see him throughout that video.
Yeah.
After I only watched the first 20 minutes. The video is like an hour long.
Yeah. That's a Tyrone, man. Always a cool dude.
Yeah.
But,
He was always cool with me. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Hope all is well with him.
Word.
Let's get into music. So, Joey Badass, TD East.
Yeah, Joey on the tear right now. Joey on his Kendrick shit. On his TD East. On this TD East shit, man. He like from the freestyle, the Red Bull freestyle with Big Sean and Ab Soul. Ray Vaughn responded. He been on his ass. Like he dropped the final, and then today he drops some shit when this episode airs. Daylight drops out with Lola Lux, right? Because Daylight dropped the disc, then Unique drop. You know, that's what it is. It's Unique. He's still in that.
Unique,
he's still
in,
yeah, he's still in that character right now. Like he like fuck everybody. Oh, and so he going crazy. And I never like honestly, I've never been like a big Joey badass fan. Like he always reminded me of somebody who wanted. It sounded like a nigga who wants to be a Wu-Tang Clan member, like really bad. That's what he always gave me and shit. It was like almost dated. But he going crazy on their ass. And I just like where we are in hip hop, where like niggas want to battle again. Like the guys want to battle.
Yeah, just shoot them lyrics out.
Lyrical battles and shit. It ain't gonna go nowhere further than that. And you know, and shit, we ain't gotta worry about motherfuckers getting hurt and people losing their lives. But shout out to Joey who just put himself out there like, I won't smoke with everybody. Like, just because I've been doing this TV and movie shit, don't let that shit fool y'all niggas. I'm really one of them ones and shit. I just be feeling bad for Big Sean because he always put himself in the middle of niggas like on some battle shit.
You're Control verse.
Yeah.
Kendrick went crazy.
Kendrick went crazy. And then the Red Bull shit. And he went and him and Ab-Soul both went crazy on the Red Bull cypher. Joey just was on a different time, man. I just like the energy and shit. This nigga Joey had on the Pelly in that video. I already knew he was on some bullshit. Nigga had on the Pelly coat. He's straight on some street shit. So shout out to Joey for like, you know, instilling or re-instilling some of the feeling in hip hop and shit, because everybody be too buddy. Niggas be afraid to engage when it comes to like lyrical battles and shit. This is where hip hop started. The beats and the breaks, man. Like this is the true essence of hip hop. So to see Joey out here talking about, you know, talking about KC Ray-Bans and shit, you know, trying to need Daylight to see Ray-Bans. Some shit he said, like, you know, Joey on some clever shit, man. Shout out to Unique doing his thing right now, man. From Power, Razor Cannon, he's one hell of a character on there. One of the bright spots of the show. And to see him go from Unique on Razor Cannon to back in the booth, cooking up shit, Joey definitely on a tear right now. So shout out to Joey Badass. It's just crazy to know that the reason why Joey Badass raps is because of Bow Wow.
Man, Bow Wow had pull back
to see Joey Badass said, yo, Bow Wow is the reason that he wanted to rap. Like, he's like, you would have, but to look at who Joey Badass is as a rapper,
how he raps,
like that's some shit I can see like a Chingy or somebody of that vein, or like Young Berg or somebody say like I'm talking about more of the style of rap. But yeah, Joey Badass said, yo, Bow Wow is the one who influenced him to rap and shit. So shout out to Joey Badass, but also shout out to Bow, because Bow is a legend. Whether we want to give him his flowers or not, Mr. 106 in Park definitely was running shit for a minute.
Definitely. But keeping it music, more competition Styles P sponsor Jim Jones, saying basically think it was the Breakfast Club interview where Jim Jones said nobody's catalog can fuck with him in the verses. Like nobody can fuck with him in the
Yeah.
verses. And then I think they brought up Styles P in that Breakfast Club, and he basically said Jim Jones said he can't fuck with him. And then Styles P responded to Jim Jones, basically saying Jim Jones, like bar for bar, Jim Jones can't basically fuck with him. So I guess that's hype
And it's a
up.
fact.
I guess we gotta get.
Like, come on. I love Jones. I'm gonna preface it with that. I love Jones. But it's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit. Jim Jones in the last decade just started to be a good rapper, like respecting his pen. Jones' catalog versus Styles. We forget Styles been around since the early 90s, right? We forget Styles now been helping Big them in that booth and Diddy them in that booth, like pen and shit. So if we just gonna talk catalog, it's not even fucking close. But if we just gonna talk rapping ability, Styles is one of those niggas that a lot of niggas can't touch. That's the ghost. Like, I don't know what Joe's been on some emotional shit. No, he talk about Cam, Cam whenever Cam is brought up and that Dipset shit, it gets Jones in an emotional state and he be saying a lot of reckless shit. But there isn't many legendary acts. And I'm saying Jim Jones is a legendary act because Jimmy definitely was holding down Dipset by himself for a minute. Jimmy can't fuck with Styles P on a bad day. I'm sorry. Can't fuck with Styles P. Rough Rider shit. Bad boy shit. D-block shit. Rapping ability? Nah, Jones. If we talking about some fly shit who dress better, Jones, you got him. Fly shit all day. I ain't saying shit. Who closet I rather like walk in and like if I had to pull a few pieces and shit, they like, yo, Dev, you could go in either one of these artists' closet and pull a few pieces. Jones, every day of the week. I'm going to Jones' closet. Nigga, I'm pull some Pellies, some exclusive Timbs, some exclusive ones and shit. I'm going to Jones' closet. Cause Styles a nigga who wear just black hoodie and black pants and some black Timbs, like, and black hat. Like, nigga ain't got no style, but what do you need a style for when you stabbing motherfuckers? And probably got some fatigue or some shit. Jones got him on that. But when it comes to rap, music, discography, catalog, and ability, it's nowhere close. And I ain't even a big Styles fan like that, but I just know ability to rap. Gangsta and the Gentleman. Come on, man. Ghost in the Machine. Nah. Styles shit too raw for Jones. So shout out to Jones. No disrespect. You are a legend in this game, but nah, it's levels to the shit. You definitely not on a level with Styles.
Maybe you gotta set it up. You gotta witness it.
Set up a versus. I mean, we ain't had a versus in a long time. Is versus even a thing? Is it even some people will be even willing to check out anymore?
I think so. The way they're building up to it, they'll check that one out.
Just gotta have, the right people on the card. But I got Styles in the verses.
Well, from verses to a viral family photo. Usual sent this in the chat. What was your overall thoughts on that photo?
It's doing too much, bro. Like, if you want to take a few of those photos on the side, like, if you want to get the bang for your buck for your photo shoot, you know, you come there to do a family photo shoot, but you want to get some little sexy shit on the side, then you do that. But to have, you know, your lace on with your ass out, and, you know, people, the question is, like, because the woman was thick. She was thick as hell, fat old ass and shit, big butt. And so the question was, like, I see a lot of people online, like, if she was thin, would we have anything to say? But if she was thin with that leotard on, I'd be like, why the fuck she dressing like a ballerina? Like, what the fuck is?
Obviously, it would be more fitted. It would still be revealing, but it'll be fitted to her body shape.
Yeah, but it is still like, why the fuck you wear that in your family photo? You got a leotard, like, you look stupid. Thicker woman would look dumb. She looks dumb. You got your kids dressing all nice. Y'all coordinating, but you got on a fucking leotard.
And she only got shoes on in the picture.
No shoes on and shit. What look were you going for?
At least you gotta wear the shoes for the picture, like.
Yo, she got on a leotard and stockings, no shoes on. All the kids dressed nice with shoes and shit. What were you shooting two shoots at the same time? And like, oh man, it's time for the family shot, and she just ran over. Because I didn't get her look.
Well, the youngest kid is also barefooted too.
So maybe the look she was going for is the barefoot, bare feet look.
Yeah, the youngest seem to be barefooted. The two girls have shoes on, and then the boys is bare feet, and then she's got nothing on her feet. No shoes.
The boy. The girls. Well, it looked like the girls got on like socks.
Well, maybe the one to the right, but the one to the left definitely. Actually, no. They all barefooted.
Yeah, the girls got on stockings.
Yeah.
The boys are barefoot.
Yeah, so they all got no shoes on. Never mind. So it's not as bad because I guess it's coordinated. They took a picture.
But as you can see, the young ladies have on dresses with leggings on. The boys have on, turtlenecks and pants, which is all all appropriate for children. And then, but you got your whole ass out. She should have did this. The kids would have looked great together. The kids, beautiful picture, beautiful kids, beautiful family she has. I think she just takes away from the image with having on a see-through leggings, leotard, whatever the fuck it's called, one piece. I don't know what it's called. But she could have did something like the girls did, where they have the turtleneck dress skirt thing going on with the leggings on. It looks like she forgot to put on her skirt, whereas all of them the young ladies have on skirts and leggings. She didn't put on her skirt. Maybe her skirt didn't fit or something. But again, I think it takes away from the image because ain't nobody looking at them kids. They looking at that ass. So, unfortunately, whatever beautiful image you were trying to portray, you took that away because nobody's looking over at them kids. Motherfuckers, this is one of them times when motherfuckers be like, fuck them kids. Beautiful family, though. All things considered. Beautiful family, but she fucked up the photo, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you know why? We all know why that picture went viral.
Of course. She got a fat ass. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Asses go viral. But is she trying to be viral? Maybe that was her point. Maybe that's something she was trying to do. Maybe that was the goal. Like, hey, now y'all can go explore my page and my OnlyFans.
Maybe.
But it is what it is.
Yep, it is what it is. Sesame Street has found a new home. Sesame Street is leaving Max and going to Netflix.
Yeah, man. Sesame Street on the move, man. It's crazy to have Sesame Street not be housed by PBS, moving from Max and Netflix. But is people still watching Sesame Street?
Maybe, I think so.
Is the
I can't
kids still? I think the kids be fucking with Bluey and Miss Rachel. That's who the kids be fucking with, Bluey and Miss Rachel. I
I
don't
don't know
know.
who that is.
You don't know who Miss Rachel is?
Yeah.
Do you know who Bluey is?
Blue's Clues?
No, Bluey, not Blue's Clues.
Blue's
Bluey.
Clues?
It's a blue dog. It is a blue dog.
Oh, that's blue. That's
Yeah, it is.
copyright infringement. Copyright.
It's definitely a blue dog, but it's Bluey. And all the kids watching Bluey. And Miss Rachel is this generation's Steve.
So this is the female Blue's Clues?
So it's two different shows. Bluey is a blue dog, just like Living, but Miss Rachel is a mix of Sesame Street, a mix of Blue's Clues, but the kids fucking love her. Like, so I don't know if like the kids really even checking for Sesame Street like that. There's so much other shit out here now. And then they got old girl, veggie dance girl.
Who?
I like my veggies. Now do the veggie dance. Now do the veggie dance. You don't know about the veggie dance?
I'm doing my Googles.
Yum, yum, eat them up. Yum, yum, eat them up. Something corner. Something corner. Yum, yum, eat them up. Yum, yum, eat them up. I eat my veggies. Eat my veggies.
Those all new animations, man.
Veggie dance. It's like Christy Corner or some shit. Yeah, the kids ain't checking for Sesame Street like that. So I think it's just gonna be our grown ass watching reruns of Sesame Street when we was a shorty. I don't think this is gonna have the kids in a chokehold. This more for us, the ones who grew up on Sesame Street. The kids ain't checking for Big Bird now. They ain't checking for Bert and Ernie
Big
like
Bird
that.
and them is always gonna be part of the shit, man.
I think only person that rocking still
Elmo.
is Elmo. Elmo is like legend for real, always.
What about
Elmo?
the Cookie Monster?
Nah, I don't even think people Cookie Monster even got it like that. Elmo the only one that be like just a standalone. Elmo is what Steve Urkel was to Family Matters and shit.
Cookie Monster. What about my man Oscar the Grouch, man? That was my guy.
These kids ain't rocking with these characters. Elmo. That's what I'm saying. Elmo came on the scene. Supposed to be Big Bird shit. Elmo came on some Family Matters, Steve Urkel shit, and took over.
I said Elm Street. Jesus Christ. Sesame Street still got their adventure park, so it'd be alright.
Yeah. They definitely still got the Sesame Street part. That's getting coins and shit. They do the little parade and shit. I've been there. We took Dorian there a long time ago. But shit, when we took Dorian that one time, I think the people that was in the suit was racist. Low key, they sitting there taking pictures with kids and shit. Nigga, right in front of us, right? Dorian right in the front. They taking pictures, grabbing kids, snatching kids from behind us and shit. We like, take a picture with our kid. Motherfucker looking over us and shit. We like, damn, white man under this motherfucking Elmo suit. You don't see our black kid? I'm holding him up and shit, like take a picture so I get a
It
picture.
was funny. It's funny. Me and Bree definitely did an episode where I don't remember what park it was, but someone in an outfit over it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
overlooked the
Right.
black
Y'all,
kids if
y'all
somebody
talked
said
about
something to
this
them.
and Sabrina said it on that same episode. The same shit happened to our child.
That's fucked up, man.
And it might have been the same Sesame Street shit too.
It could have been the same location. I just don't remember it, but I just remember it was people dressed up and someone had said something like, "Yo, you ain't gonna say what up to."
Y'all
Someone said something to them.
did the same shit to our kid, man. But if y'all old niggas want to go back and relive your childhood, you can do it on Netflix. Sesame Street will be now moving to Netflix. So shout out to them. This nigga SGA be getting fouls for everything, boy.
I'll play the game.
That nigga be slipping and sliding. They be like, foul.
So Miss Pippen, Larsa Pippen admits dating her son's teammate while he was married was a mistake, and she blamed COVID for it.
Saying he was the only thing around, but I don't get that. She was in a bubble.
No,
You was quarantined with the nigga. He was a married man, so I don't get how you got COVID brain. Like
so it says she had just gotten over COVID. She was stuck in the house, hadn't gone anywhere. He was there and he was all over me. So he's in the crib with you?
yeah, during quarantine, and he's all
So,
over you with you having COVID, just coming off
so
COVID.
so he was quarantined with his because she got her son's teammate.
So he was quarantined with his teammate, but he has a wife.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of them statements you thought it was gonna have an effect, and it's just like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Because again, this is allegedly in the thick of COVID, y'all quarantine. Unless she in a bubble, she went to the bubble with Scotty Jr.
Yeah, people was in someone in the comments like she was giving COVID brain too. Yeah, people was crazy.
Yeah, the statement that makes sense because it's like how you locked up with this married man during
Yeah, why
quarantine.
would he be with you?
Why would he be locked up with you?
She was definitely not in the bubble.
Why would he be locked up with his teammate as a married man? Like, only thing I could think of is when they was in fucking Mickey place, she went there with Scotty, like Scotty Jr., and then be like, okay. But if you was coming off COVID, they definitely want to let your ass in a bubble.
Yeah. Another funny comment. Someone commented there was like, because I remember when we did cover the old 100 versus gorillas,
Yeah.
100 British, 100 American.
Right.
Apparently, one of the ones that came out was 100 women versus accountability, and someone was like, she's definitely one of those 100 women versus the accountability.
Oh, they definitely want it. Accountability getting smoked, like deep fried, barbecue. Accountability has no chance. But again, the statement when we sent it, I'm like, I don't understand how you locked up with this man during a pandemic. A married man, how you locked up with a married man during a pandemic?
Yeah, like I said, it was one of those statements. I don't think she thought it through. She still might have COVID brain.
Still dealing with the effects of COVID right now and shit. Fried that shit.
Crazy.
Crazy.
But into music, some troubling news recently came out about Justin Bieber. Apparently, he had to sell his catalog for 200 mil because he
Yeah.
was completely broke, despite making nearly $1 billion throughout his career. I think it's a mixture. of drugs, celebrityism, and people definitely having their hand in their pot. A mismanagement of funds and other people having their hands in his shit.
And again, it happens. We see it happens all the time, especially when an artist is a mega star. It's too many people on the payroll. You trust in people to do right by you. You trust in people to manage your money because you got far too much of it coming in, but you don't have enough time to manage the shit. And before you know it, you got fucking $300-400 people on the payroll. And it's like, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they even here? And so before you know it, now you in debt. Money's coming in, but your debt supersedes the amount of money coming in. So this is a story that we all know too well, unfortunately, when it comes to mega stars and celebrities, especially when it comes to celebrities who started off as kid stars. Justin Bieber been, a star since a child and shit, and so a mega star, and to have so many hands in a pot where you don't have nothing but time. I mean, you don't have no time, and you just got money coming in. You got people working you, and again, you have a drug problem. You got celebrityism, so you got a spending habits. Like all that shit, all that money is a drug. Having that much money and power is a drug. And so I just think it's just another story of what we know and what we've seen with other celebrities like him.
But yeah, it's very unfortunate. But it is telling the tape when it comes to celebrities. There's been plenty of celebrity, unfortunately, not to say it like that. It's just like, yo, just you've seen that person go through, you've seen that person
Yeah,
go through.
right.
But it's one of those, like, if you don't like read the warnings, you live exactly how they do it. You do the same exact mistakes.
And again, you see it, and you be a celebrity and see how other people went down, and you go down the same way. Well, shout out to Justin, man, because that's my guy.
Yeah, yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Biber, man. He's always been, he's been in the limelight for a very, very long time since he was a kid. Shit, it makes me feel old.
White,
Cause
white, white, white girl Wednesdays.
when he first came out, what was he like? When he first came out, was like 14-ish?
14 and shit. Yeah.
That's what he came out 07, 08. I was in high school when he came out, something like that.
Yeah. But he's like in his early 30s now and shit.
Shit, shout out to Biber, man. He's one of those celebrities I feel like definitely since he was like one of those young stars that people definitely attach themselves to, but I feel like he's never been
Yeah, of
one
course.
of them asshole celebrities. But shout out to him. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. It seems like, but a lot of these celebrities be going through shit. But since they're celebrities, a lot of people bypass that shit.
Again, happens far too often.
Mm-hmm. And fortunately, instead of picking them up, people would be quick to the shit out of them because they get a little limelight and then they have a little fall from grace. People are like, oh yeah, fuck them. But shout out to him. Hopefully, he gets all his shit together and wish him the best. But let's get into the Great Prison Escape. So this past week there was a prison. Almost half of them been captured.
Yeah.
Now it's revealed they said the janitor, a maintenance worker at the jail. So it was a prison escape in New Orleans jail. He cut the water
Maintenance
off for
worker
them,
turned off the
basically,
water and shit.
so they could basically. So I think it was like 11 of them.
Yeah.
11 of them escaped.
Now you lose your job and go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So now, nigga, you just switch your suit. You go from the janitor suit to the orange suit and shit. They're like, nigga, take off that suit and put on this one.
But for the most part, I think they caught a good portion of them. They was even making odds. I seen some shit where they had like odds to like not no better site we have access to, but like yo, making bets on like how they
How
who
how
they're covering.
how many they gonna get away with and shit? How far they gonna get?
So this is 2 days ago. It says Seven is still on the run. I feel like I seen a footage of someone he got caught at he was passed out at the bus stop and they caught him. So I got that's the most updated news. So as of 2 days ago,
Yeah.
seven of them is still free. Of the ones that escaped, seven are still free.
And the maintenance worker is not.
Nope, maintenance worker is definitely not free.
So dumbass niggas. All because they were cool and shit. They in there talking like, yo, bro, you cool as hell, you know. He like sitting there, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Back in my day, I used to I'll be getting in there too. They hitting him with the scheme shit, bro. We get out of this motherfucker, we gotta play. Got his dumb ass, and now he gonna meet them in there. Or somebody else actually get away, and now you locked up.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. But people be throwing their lives away for some dumb shit, man.
Dumbass shit.
But yeah, it's like he made the choice, man. He made the choice. Other news, Dave Portnoy, the
Yep.
founder of
Yep.
Barstool, was one of his clips. He
Club
was
Shay
on
Shay.
recently on Club Shay Shay. One of his clips went viral, where he basically said his ex-wife still has access to his bank's account. So, do you agree with his position or disagree with his position?
Uh Listen to him. It definitely sounded dope because he was, talking about like shit. She's just as responsible for the success of Bleacher Report. Like she was funding a lot of shit when they were struggling and living on couches and living in family members' basements and shit. She was a part of that. She was a part of the struggle. And so she should forever be a part of the success. I ain't mad at that, but that also tells me that their relationship is not bad, because if their relationship was bad, I'm pretty sure he would have been cut off, because then she might have done something. She would have done something that fucks up the account, take all the money out the account. He like, yo, she get whatever she wants. She take whatever she want whenever she wanted. And I think they have enough respect for each other and their relationships because they got kids, and it's not a bad relationship. A lot of times, motherfuckers, like, you can divorce or break up with somebody, and it don't always have to be nasty.
They say
It don't
on
have to be
bad
bad.
terms, like
Yeah,
shit,
on bad terms. Like people,
and
people
yeah.
do fall out of love, but still have love for each other. Like, I might not be in love with you anymore, but I love you, and I want the best for you, and I have good intentions for you. And so I think that's their situation. I think a lot of former married couples wish they could have a relationship with their ex like that, where they still have access to accounts, and they have that level of respect for each other finances to have a relationship like that. I can't see a regular person doing that, and a regular man and woman who might have divorced or decided to go their separate ways. But I definitely think it's commendable if this woman was a part of the startup when it comes to Bleacher Report, and she had dollars funded and helped you map out ideas and things of that nature. I definitely think that needs to be rewarded as well. So I ain't mad at what Dave Portnoy said and shit, because to me it sounds like, although divorced, they still have a really good relationship.
But yeah, so like I said,
but again, it's just crazy to hear that somebody you no longer with has access to your accounts. Like that's the part that
sole access, like I mean, like to your sole bank account.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like the shit coming straight in, she got a card to that motherfucker. Like,
but I'm pretty sure she don't really. I'm pretty sure because like allows that. I'm pretty sure she don't be going crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying I know they got a good relationship where she still respects his finances because she ain't just if she just frivolously spending and take charging shit and then taking wiring millions of dollars to all different type of shit. He'd be like, yo, fuck that. But I don't think she disrespect the finances and the money, and so that's why it still works.
But yeah, so I'm saying that's different. Like you go to sleep with a set amount and wake up, you shit like $150. Where the fuck?
Right. Even if you went to bed, you got 190, you got 190 mil in your shit. Now your shit say 165. It's like, what the fuck?
But no, they got a good relationship where it's not like that. So shout out to them.
Shout out to that type of marriage. Cause I hope that, my wife makes more money than me. So if ever she leave me, that she'll give me access to her accounts and shit. But I don't think she gonna ever leave me. But if she do, I'm taking her shit. I'm taking all. But not give me access. I'm just wiring money to niggas like, oh, how much you need, bro?
That's for the parlays, man. I hook it up for the parlays.
Straight for the parlays. All the charges and shit gonna be motherfucking betting sites and shit.
But now let's get into the Cannes Film Festival. Seems like Denzel got into it with some camera guy.
Yeah, he it looks like, there's no audio, but it looked like he's telling the guy to stop. And the nigga grabbed his arm like he his bitch.
You know what's funny? I don't know. It looks more heated, but I don't know their relationship because the other dude is dead ass is laughing.
No, but the nigga, he's smiling the entire time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
he smiled the entire time, but this is the same place where last year when Kelly Rowland got into it with photographers and security. Like, so it seems like it's always seemed to be something like at this Cannes Festival and shit. This is where people go to showcase new movies and new projects. But again, a nigga grab you, John. Ain't no nigga respecting another man grabbing you like this. Like, grab you from this part of your arm and shit. Nigga, it's instantly, what the fuck? Yeah. Nigga grab your shit, wrap your arm. Nigga, what the hell are you doing? Well, and the nigga smiling the whole time. Denzel's like, stop.
Denzel looked dead ass, and the other guy laughing and things.
Yeah.
So it's one of those like,
what the fuck is going on?
What are we missing? Yeah. Like, do they know each other? Do they have like a relationship where they like they see each other like, oh, I'm gonna go fuck with him because that's my guy and shit. Yeah. Some dumb shit, get him mad real quick.
Or it'd be one of those fucking nuisance ass photographers like, oh, I love you, Denzel. Oh, don't be mad. Like, still trying to make it seem lighter than what it is. Low key, Denzel pissed the fuck off and ready to punch you in your face. But that'd be a moment the photographer would want because it's like, yeah, Denzel punched me in my face. Look at these photos.
That's the moment he wants.
So it looked crazy though. And Denzel got a new movie because Rocky was there too. They got a new movie coming out, Spike Lee movie with Denzel and A$AP Rocky.
It's funny though, like Spike Lee and Denzel speak. A$AP went to that
word
to go talk to. You see A$AP just put his arm around his shoulder, like you know what I'm trying to say. He was just trying to say what up to Denzel, but Denzel's tension went from saying what up to like, nah, I gotta say something to the photographer.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we get some audio in the near future to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Or Denzel talks about it in the interview.
Or the photographer talk about it.
Some unfortunate news. Chris Brown some people say, screaming conspiracy, say because he a few days ago or last week he was at Free Tory Lands, and a
Yep.
couple of days later he ended up in jail. So apparently he got into a situation with his producer in 2023,
Mm-hmm.
and they denied his bond, so he ain't gonna come out to like June, and that's basically he's supposed to be on tour right now, so that's setting back his whole shit.
And ain't nobody getting reimbursed.
Really?
No, I don't know. But Chris Rock will be like, yo, I'll be home soon. Nigga, like hold that money. We're gonna reschedule these shits. Y'all gonna see me on tour. Don't worry about it. Just chill out for a little bit. But conspiracy, I think Tory needs to be pardoned. And I think Chris needs to come on. So that's my take on both of them. Because what happened to Tory, I don't think he deserved that. And I don't know what's going on with Chris for it to come out now as he about to go on this big tour. After he said free Tory, and then he's set to go on this big tour. He now gets put in jail for some shit that happened in 2023. I don't know. Maybe some funny shit going on. You never know, man.
Yeah, man. I don't think it's conspiracy. It's just bad timing, and he's
Right.
not. It's not like he's out the country. So you know what I'm trying to say? He's out the
Yeah.
country. So we all know the set of rules from America to outside
Definitely
the country.
varies. It
They
definitely
is
varies.
much different.
Right.
So basically, the last time he was out there, that shit happened. He hasn't been out there since. So it's just
Yeah.
bad timing.
Crazy.
But let's get into our closing ASO review. We're gonna review Power Book 3, Raising Canaan season finale for season 4.
Yeah.
Season 4, season finale. Let's start with the big reveal. 30
Fi-
years later, we finally see Breeze.
Finally see Breeze and
The myth, the legend.
the myth, the legend. My question is, so first off, I didn't have high hopes for the season. Coming into this season, I'm already thinking there's gonna be some trash, right? That's my whole thing. My whole thing this season, like, oh yeah, this shit gonna be ass. Was it a bad season? Would I pick Shamik more to be Breeze though?
It's an interesting person, you know what I'm trying to say? It's an interesting hire.
Because I feel like he looked at as lame right now in the coaching.
No, but he did Wu-Tang.
He did Wu-Tang, but after that, he fucking online kissing Gwen Stacy's ass. The girl who's playing in fucking
Haley,
Sinners.
Haley,
Haley.
Haley
Yes,
Steinfeld.
Steinfeld. He online looking like a fucking loser on Twitter after Wu. So it's like, I don't know if he the best hire at this moment. He a goofball in the eyes of the culture right now. And I don't know.
I like him as an actor, but
I don't know. I like him as an actor. I just feel like his character as a person has been of question lately. So like, that's like them putting. That was my whole thing last season with Braxton. You get what I'm saying? It's like
it's a big.
no.
I see your point, but
I'm saying like when you put corny niggas in cool positions, that's what I'm saying. Braxton is Braxton, the actor. I don't know his real name because we know him as Braxton, right? That's his. Unfortunately, that's who he is to us in the culture. This corny character, Braxton. Shamik, although he's did the Woo the last year or two, he's looked at as a corny nigger in black culture. So for this character Breeze that we've been hearing so much about for years. At one point, I thought Unique was gonna get a head damage and turn it to Breeze. That's what I thought it was gonna be. But I feel like Unique is what I think Breeze is.
I think so, but in a way, I feel like once they made him come out the shadow, it made it seem more and more like he wasn't gonna be Breeze. They made it seem like Breeze was like he's a top duo, but he's not someone that's not in the limelight. He just put basically he's the formula. Breeze is the formula for Ghost. You know what I'm trying to say? But the way they brought Unique back, it was like, oh, maybe he might be Breeze. He might, switch it up and play it. But the way Unique's just always gonna be the flashy. I want everybody to know I run this shit. Like, see me, you're gonna see me, you're gonna see that,
Right.
And once that came, it was like I don't see that becoming Breeze ish.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I have nothing to say about Shameik Moore as an actor because he is a good actor. Like he's done a lot of shit well, but I just think I just don't know when this hire happened. And if they took in consideration, like, because he corny, he's inexpensive right now. We can hire him. He's a good actor. He's inexpensive because he's corny in real life. So we could get him this. We see him do the woo. So we know he could do that old school 90s street nigga shit because he the chef. Raekwon the chef, he did that shit good. So it's like, we know he can put himself in that time and portray those characters or those type of, those type of people well. I just, when they said Breeze, he like, yo, don't call me Breeze. I'm like,
his uncle
kept calling by his real name and shit.
He was calling by his real name, and he Kanan he was making fun of him. So
he said, okay, Brantley and shit.
He was like, yeah, that's what these old heads call me. Don't call me that on the block. They call me Breeze.
And so like that's supposed to be like, they call me Breeze. It's supposed to be like, oh. Whereas I was like,
Nah, I still had that effect. The way, because I felt like they was building to it, and once he came out, I was like, when they were saying his name, I'm like, when they first said,
I knew it was Breeze.
I ran it back. I'm like, what name they just say? Who the fuck is this? And then when he said, that's what they called me. Once he said that, I'm like, oh, here comes the reveal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I was with that. It's like the reveal to me would have been like fire if it was somebody else. For me, unfortunately, with it being Shameik, I was like, this is dope. I want this to be dope. But right now, Shameik's such a goofball. Like, do I respect the pick of having Shameik Moore be such an iconic character in the Power universe? Somebody that's like, the blueprint to it all.
Yeah, definitely, because Breeze is definitely the blueprint.
Blueprint to it all being played by Shameik Moore. I just don't know how to feel about that. Gotta
give it time. I think it's gonna work itself out.
Yeah, maybe Shameik is able to pull off because he's a good actor. Like, I'm not gonna take that away from him. Shameik is a good actor. He just a corny nigga in real life, but that's a lot of people, man. People be cool on TV and they be cornballs in real life. Niggas be dope rappers and be cornballs in real life. Niggas be dope athletes and be cornballs in life. That's life. So I guess we gotta separate the actor from the corn.
Yeah, but also the way it ended, you think Kanan killed? I don't think he did. I don't think.
Of course not.
I don't think he did.
Of course not. He gonna cry and put the gun down and shit. He ain't kill fucking Rock.
What I'm saying, but the Power has a history of dumb
and Kanan, and look, and maybe that's the first. maybe that's the first family member Kanan killed.
Yeah, it could be case. It could be argued like
Kanan got a history.
shit. Oh yeah, he killed his own son.
Uh-huh.
And he killed Jukebox,
Exactly.
but
So
he's
maybe that's
foul.
the first.
He made the argument where like maybe Sean wasn't his. Like that's up for debate because like
Right.
I hope it's probably not, but like come to find out, yeah, that wasn't his kid because that's I guess not. That would do damage to how savage of the character they
Yeah.
want to make him seem. But
Hey,
that's
nigga, and you killed your cousin, nigga. So it's like that don't change nothing. You still a ruthless nigga.
I mean, they killed his son, killed his cousin,
So maybe the killing of his mother is what took him to I don't give a fuck.
or the killing of his mother to find out that he was manipulated.
Right.
He basically did what he did for no apparent reasons.
Yeah, but
Like,
I don't think he killed his mom because for Breeze to be the character he is, I don't think he learns from Breeze the way he needs to by killing his mother. I feel like another death or something happens to make him go fucking like completely off the Beelzebub.
mhm.
But he already learned the game from Breeze and shit. I feel like with him about to embark on this new venture with Breeze, and then him having all this hate in his heart, I don't think it fits the Breeze fellowship program.
Yeah, but like I
So,
said, it could be that, or he goes through with it, and he then later finds out she was dead ass innocent the whole time, and that's something listen, that's a raise he has to carry for the rest of his
but
life.
even with that, he say he kills his mom. Now can it go be even more fucked up in the head? And how can he truly learn from Breeze at that point? I feel like he declares, like truly declares he not fucking with Rock, and then he just go off and fuck with Breeze and do his thing and shit. But overall, it wasn't a bad season. I wasn't expecting him to kill the spoilers. I wasn't expecting him to like the old folks to pop his BM though. Like they bogus as hell, and
Nah,
they sitting there smiling in his face and shit.
Shorty, once he said, yo, he thinks it's right, Shorty just didn't even give her a chance to eat the fucking
Yo,
sandwich.
that ass.
Boom.
She
I'm out.
she about to dog that motherfucker. She instantly banged her ass. Like that's what we need.
Yeah, Marvin out here just killing everybody. Yo,
Yeah,
Marvin,
Marvin don't give a fuck. Marvin's been one of my favorite characters for the longest though. I love Marvin. Like
shit, you're Marvin and Tommy. I thought
yo,
they characters that should meet because Marvin that just be,
yeah,
Tommy really be just killing shit too. Those like two of the
yeah,
characters in
Marvin.
the Powerverse that
Yeah,
just be
Marvin
killing shit.
don't. Yeah, Marvin reckless. He don't give a fuck. Like
He smoked the fucking the adoptive parent.
yo, shot the shit out of them though. Like
Smoked them. He, he smoked. He smoked the nigga's cousin, and the nigga went back and told the mafia
yeah,
people, and he's like, "Fuck it," he had to go smoke him. Who else? I thought Marvin's just out here smoking shit.
yeah. Marvin don't care, man.
Say he smoked the fucking the plug Quan. He
Yeah.
smoked him.
But then sitting there crying with the little white girl and shit, going to the new foster home and shit.
Yeah, man. First season, I wasn't big on his character, but after that,
Yeah.
like
And
I really
then
fuck with his
now
character.
we seeing Juke becoming the Juke that we know.
Yeah, borderline
Slowly.
psychotic Jew.
Boy becoming that character that we see in the original Power. So I think the characters are starting to grow. My nigga Famous, rest in peace, Famous dead and shit.
I feel like they should at least show us what happened to him.
Yeah,
He was only in the first episode of the season. That was it.
yeah, killed
We
off
should
my
at
nigga
least
Famous and
see what
shit.
happened to him.
But
I still don't
it's
get like why would
what's
they?
the reason?
The reason was they didn't want anything to get back to them, but it's like he ain't really know like
Yeah,
he knew Kanan, but he ain't know yeah. So for the
right,
same token, y'all smoked him. I could have smoked Kanan because Kanan would have
right.
similar knowledge to
Yeah,
say.
but that's what I'm saying. Kayla got more knowledge. Famous didn't really have nothing.
That's what I'm saying. He was Kanan's man, but he did his own thing. You know,
Yeah,
he
I
did
don't
his.
know. It just I I this season was definitely better than what I expected. I can say that much. Definitely better than what I expected. I didn't expect much from this season.
Season 5 is gonna be the last season, so next
Yeah,
season ends and then goes into Power Book Origin. So it's
yeah,
basically Breeze running the show,
yeah,
Kanan after raising Kanan. If Jukebox is there, maybe
yeah,
Jukebox, but then we'll see young Tommy and young
yeah,
Go.
yeah.
That's where we're transitioning to.
And then also this season they said uh allegedly we saw young Ghost
Yeah, some people try to make the case that homie that was
that ran
guaranteed.
into the yeah.
They saying he might be Ghost. So who knows?
I
But
don't
they
know.
trying
It was definitely a decent season though. Like I'm not mad at this season. And then we got BMF coming up, which my I don't think it's gonna be shit. But maybe it surprised me because this season Raising Canaan definitely surprised me also. So
yeah, we'll
maybe
have
I just needed
BMF, and then we'll have the last season of Tommy shit.
yeah,
Yeah. We gotta see where the show if we're gonna get a continuation
yeah.
of the current timeline, or is it just everything's gonna be back in the prequel time for Power.
Right.
I'm pretty sure
Uh
we're gonna find out after the Tommy shit ends if there's gonna be like a spinoff
well I
of the
know Buddy was supposed to get his own spinoff. Um the nigga from the family. The
which family?
uh
The
the
Tejadas?
Tejadas, the nigga with that be
Kane?
body a nigga. Kane's
Kane.
supposed to be allegedly getting his own spinoff.
Hmm.
So I don't see how that's gonna go. But again, I'm not mad at this season of Raising Kanan. It was definitely better than what I thought it was gonna be.
Hmm. Yeah, South Rays Canyon, and one more season. I feel like it's gonna wrap up, and they do a little time jump into the shit, and
Yeah,
it's gonna run its course. But overall, I thought the season finale was decent.
yeah,
I didn't like the cliffhanger ending like
right.
that.
Yeah.
But I see what they want to make sure like
Make sure people come back for the
if
last season.
the last season and it's gonna be a topic. There's gonna be so many YouTube videos talk about yo, did he
Right.
do it? Did he not
Yeah,
do it?
yeah.
This
The
might have
conspiracy
happened.
theorists and shit, the
So
breakdowns.
so basically all that traction is good for the show. So
Yeah,
be looking forward to it. But with
definitely.
that being said, it's a wrap on a brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. Your boy John, my co-host, excuse me, enormous Dev in the back, and we are